All right, IWC wrestling fans, Chuck Roberts here, and I'm standing outside of the famous Mullins Bar and Grill on the North Shore. And those of you that have heard about Mullins, you've heard of it because Bubba the Bulldog runs this joint. So we're here today, ladies and gentlemen, because we are going to try to up the ante. And I'm talking about upping the ante for July 10th in Clearfield, as well as August 21st at Cage Fury. So we're going to try to do that here today, and I think I got the thing just to do it. So come on. Here it is. Let's make magic happen. Bubba! Hey, buddy, how are you? Hey, come on in, Tyler. Come on in here. Just doing a little thing for IWC, doing it for the website.
I didn't know I invited you.
I know. Well, I told you I was coming, and I didn't tell you that we were bringing.
Hey, Chuck. Grab a seat.
Oh, I did. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hey, this is kind of nice.
Thanks.
Hey, I walked up the stairs and I was showing everybody all your accomplishments on the cement walls. I'm just kidding you, buddy.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding you.
Is this like a formal IWC meeting? Is this formal? I mean, I'm ill prepared.
No, this is a little informal. I did tell you I was coming here, and I appreciate you. And I'm sorry that I got here a little later than I anticipated. But
I honestly thought you weren't coming.
Well, I wanted to bring the IWC wrestling fans, and I know this is a little shock to you, and I do apologize, but Bubba, I think you would agree that you shocked me quite a bit in January, and then again in April. So maybe turnaround's a little bit of fair play. Okay?
Fair enough.
You're a team player. So, oh, and by the way, I did want to tell you too. We put up on the website, extra security is ready to go. I talked to the guy from the security service. Ready to go for the boys up in Clearfield.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm sorry you can't make it. But, you know, in your absence, if something comes down where some decision needs to be made, you know I'm going to have to do it.
I've got the proper security in place and nothing should happen.
Okay. Well,
I feel really comfortable that the guys that I've handpicked and have chosen will make sure that everything will be okay and we'll be straight.
Should be no problems. And I'm sure that the Gambinos will not be able to...
Excuse me 1 second, important phone call.
Okay, not a problem at all.
Important business.
Sure. I'm sure the Gambinos will have no problem getting through Bubba's crackpot security staff.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
Actually, funny enough, he's sitting right here. Yes. And in fact, I just informed him, yes, security's coming. You got that? You're all set. All right, I gotta go. Thanks. All set. That's
done deal. Yeah. Gambinos will have no trouble getting through your security, I'm sure, Bubba. I'm sure. Anyways, the reason that I'm here today, I got big news. I got real big news here today. And that's really why I brought the IWC fans. Because I wanted to see the look on your face and have them look at it live as well. Larry Sweeney, you made him the special enforcer on August 21st in Elizabeth at the Courttime Sports Center. Well, right here, my friend, medical clearance for Larry Sweeney. Sweeney is going to be ready to go, as his doctors suggest, on August 1st. And he has the ability to be able to compete in Cage Fury. Now...
Whoa. Hang on. So I'm a little bit confused here.
What's the confusion?
What are you suggesting? I mean, you're suggesting that he should be a part of the Cage Fury match, that somehow this thing should be a six-man? I don't understand.
Well, you're assuming, of course, that I've said okay to Jimmy DeMarco.
Right, because obviously we made a decision that it had to be somebody not on the active roster.
Right.
Jimmy DeMarco said you didn't say no. You didn't say no.
Right.
You didn't say no.
I didn't say no.
So Jimmy DeMarco, now you're saying Larry Sweeney and you against Bolen and Big League John McChesney?
Right, well, here's where it gets interesting, okay? First and foremost, I would like to tell you now officially, and tell all the fans at IWC officially, what I told Jimmy DeMarco. I said I would wait for July 10th, but because of this news, I'm going to tell you right now, and tell everybody, I told Jimmy I would be there. I said I would be there. So Jimmy would have his team. He would have his team,
right.
And this could include Larry Sweeney. And we need a six-man, right?
I'm with you.
So what do you think, Bubba? What do you think about you getting in the cage?
when I took this position, I think I made it pretty clear that I was going to take over the wrestling operations. And that was not going to include wrestling, because the reason that Shane Douglas was removed from this position was because he put himself over the company. And I, who am a man of the people, who's a man of the international wrestling cartel, said I would not do that. And while all my decisions haven't been the most popular, I thought they were the best for the business. Regardless of you, regardless of me. I think I need to live up to that word.
Yeah, maybe you do. But why don't you take a look over that medical? I mean, you're the one that said yourself that Larry Sweeney couldn't cut it. You're the one that said that, you know, he's washed up and he was a has-been, therefore you were making him a special enforcer. And by the way, while you're looking that over, I happened to get an email here from Larry Sweeney because I thought maybe you might bring up that whole, you know, I don't want to get involved type response. And therefore, if that's the case, let me tell you that I got an email from Sweeney, and he says here that you're the washed up, has-been, old, can't wrestle for nothing, lost to Bill Collier, was never as good as Shane Douglas, couldn't tie the laces or the boots of one Kurt Angle, you were never anything in Pittsburgh.
Are you kidding me?
Honest to God, I'm paraphrasing, but he says it there. I think he mentions Larry Zbyszko in Pittsburgh and should have never ever worked with you ever, and Bruno Sammartino and all the guys that you like to say that you were friends with. If you read that, he says it real clear.
Do you know what I think of this?
But if you don't want to be in the match,
this?
then maybe we'll just do...
Wow. 3 pages. 3 pages?
Here's
what I think of this.
Bubba, he's not very kind.
That's what I think of that.
That's fine. But
you know what I think of that? I think that's a bunch of crap.
Well, okay.
I think that's a bunch of crap. Do you remember the cage match of all cage matches? Do you remember Jimmy Vegas, Denny Gregory, and myself against the late great Chris Candido, Michael Shane, and CM Punk? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I was there.
Do you remember the blood spilled in that match? And this guy's gonna try to call me out?
I think he mentions how you were the weak link of that team, how you should have never been in the ring with Candido.
That is absolute garbage.
Hey, whatever it is, but you've had your decision, you don't want to be in it, that's fine. Then maybe I will decide that I'll be the one to...
I'll make this clear right now. You want it? Larry Sweeney, I'm getting in that match. Why don't you go to Clearfield? I may not be there. You can duck from me. I'll be in the cage. You find out. You tell me if you've got the balls to get in the cage now. I'm accepting his challenge. And now, Larry Sweeney, I want to hear it from you. I want to make sure it's not a bunch of paper and writing and garbage. I want to see that it's real. So show up in Clearfield and let the entire world know that you've got the balls to get inside the cage. Talk crap on me. I'm done, dude. Take your paperwork.
Yeah.
You can roll.
So
I got work to do.
If Larry Sweeney comes to Clearfield and accepts 6-man Jimmy and his team, John Bolen, John McChesney, and Bubba the Bulldog.
And let's make something clear, my friend. Make sure you understand this. When you get in the cage, when you're in that cage, collateral damage is things that just happen. So make sure you understand what you're getting yourself into. Because the moment you walk inside that cage, it doesn't matter whether it's DeMarco, it doesn't matter whether it's Sweeney, and it doesn't matter if it's you. Once we cross this line, there's no going back. You can't unring a bell. The bell's been rung, and I'm the one that's going to answer. I got work to do.
Okay, Bubba.
You can let yourself out.
Heard you loud and clear. I'll let you know what Larry Sweeney says. Come on, Tyler. There you go, guys. We'll find out what Larry Sweeney says, because he's going to be in Clearfield on July 10th. He's going to tell the wrestling world if he's going to step into that ring. Jimmy's got his team. I'm telling you and telling everybody else, I will be there. So if Larry Sweeney says it's okay, we got a 6-man for Cage Fury with Sweeney across the ring, and it's going to be Bubba the Bulldog, John Bolen, and John McChesney. So it's all for you guys. Be there on July 10th, and we'll find out how much better we can make these next 2 months in IWC.